In 1936, as part of the South Australian Centenary Celebrations, we built a shelter in the median of Port Road Queenstown. You may have noticed it being taken down recently, but don't worry, this was the first step of our restoration plan for this historically significant structure. During the early 1900s, Port Road was the main thoroughfare for visitors arriving into Adelaide from overseas. The road was seen as an eyesore and in need of beautification, so the councils along Port Road worked to make a passageway more welcoming. One of the things they did was to construct this shelter in 1936 as part of the South Australian Centenary Celebrations. If you want to know more about local history, have a chat with our history team at the Port Library. To bring character to the shelter, it was built using original cobblestones taken from the streets of Port Adelaide. That means the materials used to construct it were also much older than the shelter itself. As with most structures, the shelter had deteriorated over that past 80 years and engineers had deemed it unsafe. That meant if we wanted to keep this historical shelter for the long term, it had to be rebuilt to meet current engineering and safety standards. This also meant that the City of Port Adelaide Enfield needed to undertake major restoration work. To do this, we first had to carefully take the structure down and rebuild it from the ground up using as much of the original material as possible. The City of PAE Parks and Gardens team worked with contractors to complete the project. After constructing the main structure of the shelter, as much of the original material as possible was cleaned and reused on the rebuild. We want to say a big thank you to local property owner Hans Eman, who provided us with extra cobblestones to complete the work. This has allowed us to retain the historical look and feel and ensure its longevity for future generations to enjoy. Due to the delicate and precise work required, this project took 3 months to complete and cost about $45,000. We had lots of people contact us to find out what was happening to the structure during this time, but you'll be pleased to see it's now back and standing proudly on Port Road.